Hello and welcome back to another lesson here at Let's Love T-Line Together. So as you hopefully know by now, my name is Rosalie and I am delivering a section of dictation which is called court dictation passages. So papers that are representative of the kind of words, vocabulary that you may hear in a court case. Today we're going to be working with a passage of 2 minutes and it's going to be dictated at 70 words per minute. Now, as always, there are options of how you can work with this lesson. So the first option is to stick with me where I will go through special outlines and word groupings prior to dictation. And after dictation, I'll go through every outline sentence by sentence, so you can make sure that everything's looking okay and make a list of outlines to practice. If you want some cold dictation, which is where you've had no help beforehand or no outlines, then you can head over to the SoundCloud link, play the passage, and then come back to this lesson and you can fast forward and go through the outlines, just check your notes and make any corrections. So as always, there's something for everybody. As the paper is called Junior Doctor Stands Trial After Accessing Colleagues' Health Documents. That's Junior Doctor Stands Trial After Accessing Colleagues' Health Documents. Okay, so let us look at the title. So Junior is JNR. That's some old outlines that for some reason keep appearing on my screen, old outlines to a previous lesson today. So apologies if that keeps happening. So we've got Junior. Doctor is DCTR. Stand is STNDS. Trial, TR blended L. After is a full A. Accessing should be AC, S in ing. Sorry guys, my L should sit on the right line with trial. Colleagues will be C, sharp L, GS. Health is H upwards L, TH. And documents is just DC for doc, and then we've got ments. Okay, so we have junior doctor. I wouldn't put doc, I put doctor in full as dictated. Stands STNDS, trial TR blended L, after full A special outline, accessing ACS ing, colleagues CLGS, health H upwards LTH, and documents DC and then meds. Okay, so junior doctor stands trial after accessing colleagues' health documents. Now, what I'm going to do first of all is read through a list of word groupings. So this is going to be like a quick quiz. Okay, so you have a go. Number 1 is ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Now, if you've been following this series, you'll have written that many times. So ladies and gentlemen of the jury is number 1. Word grouping number 2 is I am. Number 3 is for the. Number 4 is in this case. 5 is in the. 6 is we have. 7 is he is. 8 is as a. 9 is well known. 10 is in the area. 11 is tell you. 12 is he was. 13 is this is. And 14 is you will. Now, I appreciate that I read very fast, so I'm going to read those out again. Make sure you've got something for each one. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, number 1, I am, for the, in this case, in the, we have, he is, as a, well known, in the area, tell you, he was, this is, you will. So common vocab here, so nothing too tricky. So we have ladies and gentlemen. I've got to apologise if my screen keeps putting old notes on the board. I don't know why, so I'll figure it out. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen of the jury, so LGJI. I am is I am. Remember to transcribe that as I am. For that is F or blend H of the. In this case, IN, omit the T of this, but angle the H in the way of I indicator in this case. In there should be INH of there, so no T. We have is W for we, V for have. He is H for he, and add the S to make it he is. That would also say he is, we transcribe it as two words in our exams, remember. As A is ASA, make sure you're going the right way with the indicator A. Well known is a nice one, W, sharp, L, and then two N's, well known. In the area is in there, and then your A's merge together for your R principle or R blend, is it going to refer to. Tell you, nice and easy one, TL followed by U. He was is H for he and WS. This is TH. Now angle the H in the way that I indicator in disjoint S there for S vowel S. This is. That's a nice one. And then you will, we've got U, W, L. If you start the U on the writing line, it's not wrong. Okay. So what I would advise doing now is pausing, drill those. You could have voice record them into your phone and play it back to yourself over and over again as a quick quiz. And then we're going to apply that drilling to the paper. Okay. We also have some special outlines in this paper as well. So quick go at these. So number one is counsel. And number two is information. Number three is a distinguishing outline, which is the word his. 4 is February. Not a special, but just to explore the month of the year there. So February. Number 5 is the word much. 6 is become. 7 is he. 8 is evidence. And 9 is such. So we have counsel, information, his, February, much, become, he, evidence, and such. So I'm just going to change colour pen for special. So let's just check back. So we have counsel, CM blend, whether it's counsel, or in this case, we have counsel for prosecution, whichever, still the same outline. Okay, and then we have information, which is INF and shin. Here's the angle, here's in the way of I indicator. If it goes all the way, it's has. Okay, so we've got his there. February, Feb, F and B. Much is MC on the T line, no H. Become is a CM under your writing line. He is just a H. Evidence is a V under your writing line. And such as SC on the T line, no H. Just reminder, guys, so much, each, such, which, like a little family of words, they've all lost the legs, they've all lost the H, and they're all raised. Okay, good. So again, you can pause, you can drill, and use the material however you wish. What I'm going to do next is dictate the title a few times over, and then I'll be reading out the 2-minute passage at 70 words a minute. Okay. So just to remind, the title of the passage is Junior Doctor Stands Trial. after accessing colleagues' health documents. So junior doctor stands trial after accessing colleagues' health documents. Now on the board, you'll notice that I gap things about quite big. It's just for visibility. You need to keep your outlines nice and tight together, as small as possible in proportion. Ideally, put a line down your notepad and then write down each column. Reporter's pad to a small pad and write down each column. This way, notes will become tighter. Okay, but bear in mind on the board, I write them big visibility. Okay, so junior doctor stands trial after accessing colleagues' health documents. So wherever you are in the world, have a quick drink of your drink. Nice deep breath. Make sure you've not got a wrist left on your page. Make sure you've got a good amount of paper to write on. And I'm going to then read this 2-minute passage out at 70 words a minute. Okay, so best of luck. We're all together in spirit. We've got 2 minutes at 70. Let's give this a go. Okay, ready. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, welcome. I am June Jones, counsel for the prosecution in this case. Here in the dock, we have Daniel Smith, aged 20. He is charged under the Computer Misuse Act for obtaining private health information while undertaking his role as a junior doctor. On February 3rd this year, the accused searched for and printed off documents relating to a colleague's vaccination status. Daniel Smith is well known in the area for his protests against vaccinations. He is strongly against them. So much so that he offered to resign from work if they became mandatory. He will tell you how this was done in error and that he was searching for his own records. This is not true, and evidence will support such statement. Shortly, you will find out why Mr. Smith had ulterior motives. Okay, so you'll notice that I paused for half a minute because in an NCTJ 60 exam, you have a half-minute break there, then you have another 2 minutes at 60 to take down. So you always give you time to finish off writing. Okay, so let's check that back. That was tough. Who writes these things? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen of the jury, so they've got Al and G, J-I, no little yellow squiggle there, J-I. Welcome, so W-L-C-M blend, end of sentence. I am June Jones, so I am J-N-J-N-S. Counsel, we've got 4 there. Prosecution's a special, didn't go over that one though. So do P-S-C-tion, prosecution, in this case, which we looked at beforehand, if you checked outlines back prior to take it down. Here in the doc, we have Daniel Smith. So we've got here HR, in there is a grouping. Doc, we've got DK. We have should be grouped. Daniel, that will be DN, upwards L. Smith is SMTH. Age 20, so AGD, and then we've got 20. His becomes his. Now, charge should technically be CHRGD. I would advise omitting the R to make it look like chudged, which isn't a word, therefore it's safe to use. CHGD, much tighter. Charged. Without the D, it'd be charge. Under there, so disjoin U indicates the under, and we've got there. Computer Misuse Act, so we've got CM blend, P, TR, computer. Then we've got misuse, which would be an M, and we would have a disjoined S there for S, double vowel S in this case. If you want to maintain the U, we can do MS, US, misuse. So either outline there is fine. I would tend to default to the first one. Act is ACT, I'll just bracket that there. Then we have for obtaining private health information. So we've got for. We've got OB, TN for obtaining. Private is PR. You can disjoin the VT or intersect, whichever you find easier. Now, I tend to disjoin for clarity, but you can intersect private. Health information, H upwards L, TH, and we had information in the special outlines prior. While undertaking his role, so WH upwards L with while, we'd maintain the H, otherwise it looks like will. While undertaking, so we've got under, TK ing, we've got his, role is RL, as a, then we had junior doctor, so junior doctor, end of sentence. Okay, long sentence that was, wasn't it? Then we have on February 3rd this year, so we've got OM blend for on, February. Now, third, I do a THR blend with D. If you did put 3RD, it's not wrong, but it is marginally longer to write down. So third, this year. You can join this year. We slant the H of this in the way of the I indicator. Otherwise, it might look like these. So we've got this year. The accused, search for, so there. ACSD for accused. SRCHD for search them for, and printed. So again, with printed, you can intersect your NTD or disjoin, whichever you find easier. Off is OF. Documents, we have DC and then ments. Relating is RLT ing to A. Colleague, so C. LGS. Now, vaccination, okay, hard outline here. So in theory, this would be a V. We'd have an A indicator. We then have a CN blend and a shuns. That's all quite awkward, but it is necessary. Now, for a shortcut for this, I will just do the C and shuns. Okay. That could say vacations, I guess. However, it wouldn't make sense. Okay. Colleagues' vacations in context of what's happening here. The vaccination status, so we've got STTS status. Of course, you could make it a shortcut like VAX. For example, if you were doing a lot of health reporting, or you were making notes for a role in the medical field, you might make your own shortcut vaccinations, i.e. VAX, that'd be a good one, like Vactions, something. But in full, it'd be the BC. Okay, so status. We've got Daniel Smith. I'm going to just stop for a second and just flag a few things from this point because we're at the minute mark now, almost. So in terms of theory, we've got quite a lot of PR coming through. So we've got prosecution special, we've got private, we've got printed. So again, PR is commonality here. We've got FR blends happening for upwards L theory and health, upwards L in while. We've got words beginning with under or under phrases. So under the, undertaking. We've got TR blend with THR with third. We've got TR in doctor. We've got some shun theory as well. We've got men's theory. So by analysing the paper now, what you can do is flag where your weaknesses may be. We've all got strengths and weaknesses in life and equally in shorthand. So you might think, okay, my plan of action for the coming week is to revise THR or TR blends. There might be a certain area where you need a bit of extra support with. And of course, on the website, you'll find that material to help you out with that. So I'm going to clear the screen. I have to clear it a couple of times. It just keeps getting stuck. I think I've been teaching too much shorthand today, therefore it's just going crazy. Okay, so minute 2 then, we had Daniel Smith is well known, so ignore that yellow blob. D and upwards. Al Smith is, I love well known, WLNN. In the area, nice groupings there. For his protest, they've got 4. Angle the H of his with I. Protest, then your PR. So we're going to put the TS through. So protests. Against is AGNST. Vaccinations, so again, factions. End of sentence. He is strongly against them, so he is strongly ST ong and Alan Y becomes I. You might need some revision on ing, ang, ong. I know that I definitely did when I was doing my exams. He is strongly against them. AGNST, and we've got them. So much so. So we've got SO for so, much as MC on the T line followed by so. That he offered to resign. So we've got that he. Offered is O, FR and D. Now, if you write your FR the other way, so O, FR and D, that's also fine. To resign, so to resign will be R, S and M, the G style, remember. From work, upwards F is from, work is WR blended K. We've got if they, TH, and your other side of your A. If they became mandatory, so that became mandatory, so that will be M, N, D, TR, and then Y. He will tell you, so I've got he will, try and group tell you. How is HW? This we angle the H in the way of I indicator. He will tell you how this was. Now you can join this one, so it can be a little bit fiddly, but it's quite a nice one when you get used to that momentum of going round and round. So just go back a second. So again, an example of this was there. Just go back a second. So we had, he will tell you how this was done in error. How this was done is DN. We've got NIN. Error should be ER, but an elongated R to represent 2 R's, because think of that word in full. We've got 1 double. This isn't a double, so we should go extra long to represent the extra R there. Okay, and just note with, for example, the word done, don't bump up your N, you want to blend it down. You want done, like so. So back to error, E long R. And that he was searching for his own records. They've got and, you could group and that. He was should be grouped. Searching SRCH ing for his. Own is OWN blend, so own. RCRDS for records. End of sentence. I'm going to stop there for a second just to go and look at the theory we've got here. So we've got protest with PR. We've got some more shun theory, words that end in ong or ongly in this case. We've got some FR with offered. We've got WR with work. We've got some TR with mandatory. We have got some FR and some WM blend as well. And T's and D's disjoint after R, so with records, disjoint the D there. Okay, I'm going to clear my screen just so I can go over the last couple of sentences. So just give me 1 moment. I deliver at a high speed. I'm a very energetic, fast-paced person. You can always pause me and slow things down and just, check and drill between. So we have, this is not true. So this is, let me get rid of that again, sorry. This is not as NT, true as TR and U. And evidence, so be underlined evidence or evidence, will. Support is SPRT, such as ST on the T line. Statement is STT and then meant, end of sentence. Shortly is long and SRTI. You will should be grouped. Find downwards F and D. Out is OT. YWHI. We do keep H and Y. Otherwise, it looks similar to a misplaced with. Remember that with looks like this. Mr. Smith, so Mr. is a long M for MR. Smith is SMTH. And we've got had. Ulterior is an interesting outline, actually, not one that I've written for a while. That would be a U indicator at L. Then we have a TR. And then we have going up with the R. Now, if we just take a second to explore the outline here of ulterior, so we have ULTERIOR. Now, so we've got indicator, L, TR blend is dealt with. Now, this R is separate to the TR blend, okay? So we have to do ULTR and we go up with the R. It's quite rare that we go up with the R after a TR, but I'll give you another example. If I was to write lecture, LCTR, but I wanted to make it lecturer, I'd have to go up with R at the end, lecturer. Okay, it's additional R we have to consider. Because it can seem a little bit alien when you go up with the R, but it is necessary in those words. Ulterior, lecturer. So you've got to go up. So we've got shortly, you will find out why Mr. Smith had ulterior motives. And then motives would be MTVS. So analysing vocab, here we've got some TR theory, disjoining T after R, disjoining T's and D's here, would and LY, so shortly becomes short E. We have MR in Mr, some TR in ulterior as well. So a lot to think about as always. So I hope you found that useful. You can always reach out and send us an email via the website. You can find our email addresses there. You can put a comment here if you enjoyed the lesson. Let us know. We'll try and provide more of the style of dictation and the style of a mini lesson. Any comments are always welcomed. So we appreciate the time you take to do that. And hopefully you find this super useful in helping you wherever you are and whatever your goal might be. Maybe you're practicing for an exam. Maybe you're trying to refresh, using shorthand on a daily basis, and this helps you keep up momentum. Maybe you're a beginner who's just finished theory and is dipping their toes into speed development, and you want some new different content, maybe where you're at. So as always, thank you for your time, and I will be uploading another lesson to this series in a couple of weeks' time. So thank you and have a wonderful day or wonderful evening wherever you are.